Hi, Carrie. Hope you're having a great day today. I'd like to take you through your second video analysis. This is day 3, and looks like you got a great smile there. This is position number 1 of your set position, and I'll go ahead and throw in some text for you. Right, let's see, we'll put some text in right there. There's set position number 1. And what we're going to do is go ahead and put in these lines like we did the first day. And as you see, there's a huge improvement already. I'm going to go ahead and make that line from the radius bone from your elbow straight down to the floor, 90 degrees. Okay, and as you can see already, big difference on where your position of your right foot is. What we want to see here is the elbow through the first finger, and I'll go ahead and put in a little red circle there on your first knuckle, which shows where you should be. It should be right here. So you're about a knuckle and a half too far back on the cue right now. Let's go ahead and put in the rest of the lines. Go back to white. And our next line we're going to go for is from the elbow straight down to the fulcrum on your bridge. And here we should see the line go straight through your beautiful little blue eye. And it does, just perfectly. Again, you have a nice open bridge, which I can show you right here. Very nice open bridge. Very stable, very level. The palm is touching the table like it should. Everything looks good there. Next thing we want to take a look at is the cue. And if you remember in class, the cue should be no more than 5 degrees, 6 degrees at the most. 3 to 4 degrees is actually perfect. And you can see here that you're right on 3 degrees. Excellent. Okay, the last position we want to take a look at is the distance from your fulcrum. I'll just put in a little line here, 90 degrees, and to the center of the cue ball. Make sure that's 90 degrees. Okay, that distance should be the same distance from your wrist, which I'll go ahead and use. Let's see, I'll use a yellow one here. It should be the same distance from the wrist to the elbow. So that distance looks pretty good. You're a little extended. Maybe 1 inch too far back on your fulcrum. But otherwise, that looks very good. I'm just going to go ahead and undo a couple of those lines. Leave those lines in there. Now, the next position we want to take a look at is the pause position. Go ahead and go to the pause position. And we'll put in a couple more lines here. Then the next line we want to put in, I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see, we'll use yellow, and we'll go from the inside of your forearm straight down to the first knuckle. And as you can see here that it goes through a little bit closer to the inside of your wrist. We want that to go right through the center of your wrist. So I'll go ahead and put a little red circle where that should go through. I mean, you're very close, but it should go through that line. And in order to do that, you just have to do a little bit more forward tilt on your wrist, like we talked about. The next position of the cue we want to take a look at is a nice slope going forward. And this should be minimum 5 degrees up to about 7 degrees. And the back of the cue, the ferrule, should be at the front of the fulcrum, which it is. So that looks excellent there also. Okay, the next position we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and put in the position for you where we're at now. We're at pause position 4 right there. And the next position we want to take a look at is position number 8. So position number 8, we're going to use, we'll use some more yellow. And we'll go this time, we want to go from the ulna bone on your forearm straight down to the left knee. And then we want to go from the left knee straight up to the shoulder, 90 degrees straight down. They should meet up right as a V. And that looks excellent. It's exactly where you should be. That gives you your perfect balance and stability so that you can complete your stroke all the way to the finish, which is where we're at now. We're at finish position 8. And I'll go ahead and put that over there for you. Okay, the next thing I want to take a look at is we're going to do an overlay. I'm going to bring in myself, we'll do a side-by-side comparison. And then we bring in Oyster at set. And here we are. You can see the differences in both of us. We'll slide that up for you just a little bit. And everything looks real close to being the same here. I can actually back up to position number 1 under position 4, which is set. And as you can see, we're very close. My head is a little bit lower than yours. That no problem as long as the eyeball is on the line or below, which you are. I'm going to go through a lot more detail with you on this later on when you're here, but the next thing I want to do take a look at is put in a tempo. And the tempo gives us a good idea. Let me reset this. The tempo gives us a really good idea of how long it takes you to go from position number 4, or set position, all the way through to finish position number 8. And here we are at 0-0. I did reset this right at contact and impact of the cue ball. And I'll go ahead and advance it to position 4 on both of us. And you can see that I'm at 1.316 seconds. You're at 1.366 seconds, which is excellent. Almost exactly the same. And I'll go to impact. I'm at 2.1. You're at 2.366. Very good here also. You spent just a tad bit more time at pause than I did. Excellent. That's what we talked about in the beginning, about exaggerating to develop these skills. And the final position is position number 8. You are at 2.85 seconds and I'm at 2.6 seconds. Very good. That looks very nice. The next thing I'm going to do is do a little overlay on both of us. Go back to the set position and just let me make sure that the cue balls are both on top of each other here. Okay. As you can see in the overlay, we're almost exactly the same height, same position of the head, my head just a little bit lower, almost the same position of the arm. You can see I'm a little bit more forward than you are, which is where I want you to be. And I'll go ahead and advance this up to position number 4, which is the pause. Excellent again, looks really nice. One thing we want to take a look at is to make sure that nothing moves except the forearm. The shoulder should not move, the head should not move, the foot should not move. And I'll go ahead and advance all the way up to impact, and you can see the rhythm that we're both going through here is excellent. My elbow is just a tad bit higher than yours. It's because I'm just a tad bit taller, and our feet are pretty much almost right on top of each other. Looks like we're inside of each other here. And the next one is position number 8, which is the finish, and you can see excellent, same results. So all in all, in this overlay, that looks very, very good. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm going to throw in my email address just to make sure you have that. oyster@billiardinstruction.com, and the website. Obviously you have that, but I'll just go ahead and throw that in. And this has been great. This is day 3. This is your second evaluation on video, and we will continue with this on day 4 and day 5. We'll do a couple more video analysis, and you're on your way to becoming a great player. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.